Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2017 with Mr. Mike Sinterniklaas.
Hi, how are you?
As Terra Sansa, Santa Claus.
Yes, yeah, for good reason. Yeah.
So again, it's only been a couple months since the last time we had the chance to talk to you. It was at MidSuricon 2016. How have you been?
I've been really good, except for I just came in on a red eye. Everyone has to know that. I look completely red-eyed.
Yeah.
Then it gives you red eyes.
Do you need clear eyes from Mr. Ben Stiller?
I need Ben Stiller to put his lubrication in my eyeballs.
Alrighty, so going into your blood of Gundam.
Jennifer Aniston does eye drop commercials too. Like,
Yeah.
why couldn't it be Jennifer Aniston? Who went to my high school?
Oh, interesting fact.
Yeah, she was a senior when I was a freshman, and I had a crush on her.
Alrighty.
In high school.
Yeah, in high school. So we know that Gundam literally courses through your veins, and Gundam Unicorn is now finally getting its just desserts and being put on Toonami after Blood Orphans. How do you feel about it?
It's a miracle! I actually just got an email from our producer, Hagino-san, who said, like, it was her first job ever doing production, and no one ever thought it was going to be on TV. And now it's on TV. It's not formatted for TV. I actually had a conversation with Toonami in Atlanta at Adult Swim, and was like, why don't you guys do more Gundam on the damn shows? And they were on the damn shows, on your programs, the Gundam programs. And they were like, well, we love Gundam, but like, there's nothing out there now. And that was before all this stuff happened.
Yeah.
So reformatting Unicorn, like, it's impossible and it's brilliant, and I love Unicorn so much. It's a return to canon Gundam. It's so beautifully produced, and it was also an experiment for Sunrise to do simultaneous sub-releases.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's great. I'm glad it gets to be supported now. I know it was kind of an expensive Blu-ray, so everyone who like wanted to see it but couldn't afford to see it can now see it for free.
As long as you want to stay up late at night.
Yeah, well, come on. I just flew all night and didn't sleep, so
no excuse.
Suck it up.
Yeah.
Suck it up, Princess Minerva Zabi. No.
Alrighty. So in our last interview, we talked a bit about Japanese culture in the form of fan language. When you fan yourself as a lady in your kimono or your kabuki or whatever. So, and you had talked about that with Mr. Patrick Seitz. So, where did you happen to learn that part of the culture of Japan and fan language? Where did you happen to learn that? And do you think maybe that actually helped you a little bit with some of working on shows?
So in my red eye state, I will have two answers. One, I learned fan language, its existence, and some of it that you know how you learn Spanish or French in school, and then years later you remember maybe like a sentence in 5 words? So that's how much fan language I remember. But I learned it in college during a period in style class. We learned how to waltz. We learned all kinds of like gestures and etiquette, yeah, and ways of like posture and how to walk and how to gesticulate. A dirigible, but fan language is really interesting because it was a whole other like secret thing, like bandana language in the 70s. What? Yeah. But it wasn't Japanese, as I understand it. It was like a Victorian, an English thing. Yeah, that kind of fan language. But I know about Japanese culture because my mother was born in Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I grew up around a lot of other Japanese stuff, using chopsticks, eating seaweed, and other stuff that my friends in school were like, ew, that's gross. And I was like, yeah. Because it's really cool to gross out your friends with food. So that's my Japanese culture background, but the fan language, from college. And we learned about waltzing. There was a certain waltz that was illegal because the guy gets to like sort of pivot, but the woman is getting spun around, and she'll become so dizzy that she may swoon and be taken advantage of by less than a gentleman. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then.
This is a time when people would freak out over media in a way that we don't now. Like
I know.
The Rite of Spring. Oh God, I'm so tired. Is that what it's called? It's a ballet and a piece of music. Oh God, I can't remember his name right now. It's not Dvorak. The thing about this piece of music, it's dissonant, right? So it doesn't resolve like you want it to in your brain. Part of the thing about writing hooks for music is writing something like setting up a pattern, then switching it up a bit, and then satisfying with that. And you get like dopamine.
Yeah.
So when Rite of Spring came out, it was so provocative that people would like riot in the theaters. Seriously, yeah.
burn it down. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Alrighty. So last time we happened to talk, it was about Phantom Boy. How's that project going?
Phantom Boy is done out in the world, and it's great. I think it's available now for purchase. Jared Padalecki is amazing as the lead. Vincent D'Onofrio is great as his villain. And I'm really happy with how it came out. We also use this weird experimental mic thing that I made that goes on your headphones and then it dangles in front of your face. And it's really cool because all the actors, like, did I talk to you about this before?
No, so you're basically saying is like I just strapped the mic to the front of my face and dangled it down right here on my headphones so I can still hear myself and also speak in the mic without having to look at the script other than right in front of me. So you were actually clever enough.
So imagine television's Jared Padalecki like this. And then, can you still hear me? Yeah. And then, but then, now instead of having to be on the microphone and like look at the thing, you can move around. And because Phantom Boy goes through, it's handsome, isn't it? Because do you to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. So because Phantom Boy is sick, sometimes he's laying in bed and sometimes he's flying around. So when he's flying, we'd stand in the booth and like look around and do stuff, and then we could like make him sit down. But look, the microphone, no matter what I do, it's in perfect proximity to my face. Doesn't matter what happens. See? And then he could lay down and be like, "Oh, I'm so sick. I almost didn't make it." But then it still sounds good without having to change the mic. I know. I'm like not helping the camera guy at all. Hi. Nice shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah. Look at his shirt.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, Bob Ross. Happy trees. Sorry. I got jet lag. Can you see how red my eyes are? That's from not sleeping. You should sleep. It's really good for you. Oh, I'm going to tangle up everything. So. Yeah.
All right, we're good. All right, cool. So you happen to be in a great amount of Final Fantasy games, along with Bravely Default games. What's it like to be in those games and their long history and being pillars of the video game world? I awesomely love this. You're awesome. I love you.
I was also in a game called Pillars of Eternity. But that's just wordplay now.
So what was it like being in those games and knowing that they're so beloved and just, there's 15 main numbered games and then there's spin-offs and stories and movies. I mean, I actually watched Kingslave and that had amazingly Jesse from Breaking Bad be the lead character in it. You had Sean Bean be Sean Bean and die, as always. And then you had, amazingly, one of your friends in it. Mr. Todd Habercourt happened to be a very prominent cast member in it. So it's funny that you also are in Final Fantasy, at some point. What's it like just being in that, knowing that you're part of a huge mythos and it's just such a pillar of the video game world?
It's nuts, right? I mean, especially you do something or you consume it and you're like, this is awesome. I played Final Fantasy like 3 and 4 and 7.
Yeah, that's the one that got everybody.
Yeah. But on all its many black PlayStation 1 CDs.
Three did play that game. 3.
Yeah.
No one else had even gone. 2 was the closest anyone had ever gotten.
Yeah.
3 was pushing it.
And those beautiful backgrounds. Anyway, like to do that and then be like, well, I get to be a part of this. What? It's funny because in video games, like you don't even know what's going on half the time. I remember, so being a fan and then being in the game, I was in the booth and I'm recording after I did Orphan. They were like, hey, pick up a couple of like incidental guys too, because you can do up to 3 voices in a contract, and so I'm doing it, and then I see like a little chocobo chick pop out of a guy's afro, and I was like, oh my god, is that? They're like, yep, can't talk about it. And I was like, oh. So it's like it's amazing to be part of something that's already established. Like I got to be a Ninja Turtle, which I grew up watching.
Yeah.
I was like, that already happened. Like when
You could
people
be Leonardo.
It's ridiculous. Like Bob Bergen, right? Well, his childhood dream was to be Porky Pig. And his parents, rightfully so, were like, you don't live there and someone already has that job, so get a new dream. And then he grew up to become Porky Pig. So like, it makes me think anything's possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's amazing to do that. And also, like, and it's also not the exact same thing that it was before that you watched. You got to use your love of it and then like build on it and then, yeah. It's ridiculous. And then getting to do like Eugenie Olja for Bravely Second, that was like it's the lead. So I was recording for like months, and it's really amazing. Like I love being a part of it in any capacity, but when you get to work for so long with the dev team and like feel like a part of it, and then I went to Square in Japan, and they were like giving me stuff and were really sweet, and they wanted me to come to the office.
I heard they're a wonderful group.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful group.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
love you, Square.
So we're gonna go kind of back in your past. Yes,
What does it look like on the camera?
I not 100%. It's kind of more like a square, like a picture frame.
17.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back in your past, and we're gonna talk about when you used to work for Nozomi Entertainment, working on some nice slice of life shows like His and Her Circumstances. So what was it like working on Nozomi, knowing those are more nice, gentle slice of life shows?
Funny. So if we're going back in time, that's like a parallel universe. If you're calling it Nozomi in the past, you just blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah. Well, their new name is Nozomi Entertainment for production. I'm working on the shows, but their old name when they originally produced them was RightStuff.com, which is still RightStuff.com to buy anime, which they now own the Gundam universe, by the way. Yeah. So you can buy from Gundam from them. But going back to
help to talk about that, I gave good thumbs up to Right Stuff when Sunrise asked me like, who should we use, and yeah.
So going back to the old gentle slice of life, how was it like working on those, considering what you've recently done? You know, going from tough and gruff and action and stuff to
that rhymed. That was good. So what I did, I remember, was it the first thing I did for them? We did piano.
Ooh, that's a nice slice of life.
Song of a girl's heart. Yes. Theme of a fingers.
It's about a girl who knows how to play piano, but she's soft and somber.
But
and
the sub. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a little bit of undertone to it about some other things that involve it. So, you know, that's a unique title. So what was it like working on that? You know, knowing it's all.
Honestly, I feel like.
Be careful who you call
My opinion about dubbing is about finding subtlety and nuance. So pieces like that I love working on. They're quiet. They're not like yelling at each other all the time. But even when you're yelling at each other all the time, I think you should task yourself to finding those moments of truth and subtlety. With that one in particular, we started off a couple people who'd never dubbed before.
Wow.
I found some great actors who were actors, not dub. Yeah. And Rebecca Soler, who was fantastic. All these people had never done it before. The lead had never done it before.
Wow.
And getting to I think I said this already, but I want to be really clear about finding the quiet moments in everything is really important, and that's what I feel like I'm doing more and more now with like my higher end releases. Like even in Gundam, you can yell at each other all the time because we're fighting for Zeon and Sig Zeon, or Federation. Yay! It's people gonna get angry now who love Federation. Dude, I play a Zeon pilot.
Yeah.
I like pieces like that, where you can explore like real human stuff, and I think Japanese anime traditionally has done a better job of that than Western cartoons for kids. But that reminded me of something else. You'll probably ask me later about new things. I'll save it.
Okay. So you happen to be in the big hit for Funimation with Stephanie Shea, Your Name. What was it like knowing that film has done so well in theaters, and what was it like being out in LA to do a world premiere of it?
Your Name is a brilliant film.
It's Cameron, by the way.
What?
My name is Cameron, by the way, because you asked me what's my name.
Oh my God.
I'm joking with
Dad
you.
humor.
I'm joking with you.
Hashtag dad humor. And jet lag.
So the film Your Name.
The film Your Name is like, it's a runaway ridiculous smash hit everywhere, right? Anywhere it shows, it's like a smash hit. When it played in the UK, it was like the number 3 film playing on 100 screens
Wait
after
a minute, 100 screens?
100 screens, and it was number 3 after like Arrival. No, was it Arrival? Yeah, and something else, and then Your Name, and they were on like 400 plus screens. So like it was just selling out all the time. It's ridiculous. And it's amazing to be a part of. They talked to us about being the leads in it. We still auditioned a bunch of people, but it's really hard to talk about the film without ruining stuff. So I won't ever do that.
Okay.
There's a thing about accents, and there's this region that's like a little hick town, but it's sort of in the northwest from Tokyo. Usually people do like what's that region where Kyoto and
Tokyo, that's like the whole region they call three cities.
Yeah. What the heck is it that region is called? I'm so tired. I do know what it's called, but I'm very tired. It's called Kansai. So Kansai Ben. Like, that regionalism is something people usually interpret as like Southern.
Yeah.
Which I always have a problem with. It takes me out of it a little bit when I hear like, I'm from Georgia or I'm from Texas. I mean, when I hear the accent they're dubbed. So, but it also not being in the South, we had to figure something else out. We're like, Fargo? So we started auditioning people, trying to get like Midwestern accents, and the people would sort of slide into like a little bit of Scottish, which was weird. And we're like, oh, it's going to be so hard. And then we found it. It's a little thing. And actually, Stephanie Shea, being born in Kalamazoo, Michigan, she still says if you ask her like what food is between two slices of bread with meat in it, she calls it a sandwich.
Yeah. Okay. I'm bred. I was born in California, but I live here. I live in Ohio, so I get what she's saying. It's sandwich. It's not sandwich. It's sandwich. I get that. So it's a weird, because when people say you have a Midwest accent, it's like, well, we really don't have one. It's kind of just this bland thing, but there's certain aesthetics to it that kind of get in there. So I can understand where Stephanie's trying to do that, and you were trying to get that accent to kind of more go into those roles.
Right.
So, and I do need to see the film because it sounds like it's wonderful.
It's really wonderful, but we needed to figure that out to distinguish certain people in regions. I'll say no more about that. But which led to some very funny comments on the YouTube thing, where people were like, I don't get it, it's not consistent. Why does this suck? And we're like, if only you knew.
I love the snidely whiplash mustache.
Because there's reasons for everything in that movie, and you got to watch it like a couple times. Okay. I mean, even at the premiere, I saw the LA screening of it like 3 times. I went to the theater again like 3 times, and I was still going, oh. I mean, we knew it was.
The problem is you guys record it so differently compared to how you do normal films. It's not like you're on set all day long looking.
Well, no, Stephanie and I really knew it because we also directed it.
Oh, okay.
And that was the thing. That's why. Also, we had a very quick turnaround, so it made a lot of sense for a lot of reasons for us to do that. Also, because we worked together so much that me directing her as me and her directing me as her made perfect sense. But it's really incredible, and I really hope people will get to go see it. It's amazing. Oh God, there's so much I want to say, but it's you can't talk about it without ruining it. And every critic that's talked about it has said the same thing. They're like, well, I don't want to, because it's
that good.
Yeah, there were a lot of feels.
Okay.
And it was really great to see. A lot of people went there then. If you get to see it on a big screen, see it on a big screen.
Alrighty. So,
I am so jet lagged. I feel like all I'm saying is like, like over and over again. Is anything?
No, you're fine. I love this.
We should subtitle what I meant to say.
So should we have the bouncing ball so people can follow along like in a song? All right. So, are there any upcoming projects you want fans to know about at this time?
Yes.
Okay. And?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
No. So, since Phantom Boy, I've done
Since August. That's the last time we talked.
Yeah.
It's August.
I've released a couple more films for G-Kids. One is Miss Hokusai, which got a theatrical release, and that iconic block print of a tsunami wave?
Yeah.
That thing? That guy, he is Hokusai, the great master painter of Japan.
Yeah, is that the one with Richard Epcar and all those guys?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Epcar plays Hokusai. Yeah.
He talked to me about it, so yeah, I remember that film, yeah.
There's so much cool subtlety in that film about the guy historically. Like, he wrote... Actually, while we were doing it, someone that knew we were doing it was in Japan and went to his gravesite, and on his grave it says, like, here lies a crazy old man, which is how he referred to himself. Yeah. So it starts and ends with, like, his daughter basically saying, like, there was once this crazy old man, and he was my dad.
And that's the best part. That's part of the trailer. That line is in the trailer.
Yeah. That was a really beautiful film. It did really well. Like, indie film critics really loved it. Like, surprisingly, they don't usually love anime, right?
Yeah.
So thanks. And then I just finished, and oh my God, it's good. A film called My Life as a Zucchini. It's a stop-motion film from France.
Your home country.
Yeah, I was born there. And we got a Golden Globe nomination.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it was up for Golden Globe. Of course, we lost to Zootopia, which deserves to win. Zootopia's great. But it's topical. And we'll find it's going to be at Sundance too, and let's see. I think the cast is announced. We got Nick Offerman and Ellen Page and Amy Sedaris and Will Forte, who's really wonderful. Everyone was great, and then it's all kids. And it's like a story about an orphanage, and it's like heartbreaking and funny and like really, really, really cool and beautifully crafted. There's so many brilliant things about stop motion, like just watching it frame by frame and seeing how they do snowballs and water balloons in stop motion. But that's a film that I think it's really incredible. The performances are great. The trailer should be out really soon in English. There's a French trailer up now, but yeah, that one. And just this weekend, or just yesterday?
Today's Saturday.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yesterday would have been Friday.
Like Thursday. Over and over and over again, like Groundhog Thursday.
Yeah.
I directed this thing for Hasbro, which I haven't been able to talk about, and I've been wanting to forever. It's called Hanazuki. Hanazuki, and it's about a moonflower girl.
Ooh.
And they're releasing it online with the lunar cycle.
Awesome.
So the first handful of episodes are up. It's really weird and whimsical and beautiful and like cute, but kind of like deep cuts. And yeah, it's weird. Like the first episode, just like I don't understand what's going on.
You gotta keep going.
But yeah, but it's like weirdly compelling. And then you meet these other bizarre characters who they're just very unusual and wonderful. And then there's an emotional journey. And I shouldn't say that. There's emotional learning. God, it's so confusing. I don't want to ruin anything either. Like even directing it, I was like, whoa, I feel like I understand this is going in certain directions, but it's really weird. And I got to talk to the writer, Dave, who did an amazing job of adapting this licensed property, which was a design. A contemporary of Tokidoki, actually, Nico, came up with his own visual universe, and rather than make merch out of it like Tokidoki did, he's doing a show first with Hasbro, and then that's going to become merch, as opposed to Tokidoki, which is doing merch first, and that's going to become a show. But yeah, so same like history as Tokidoki, but it's not that.
Okay.
It's really weird. I feel like everything I'm talking about is so weird and not normal,
Even for this.
and not pre-existing. Like oh, the One Piece movie, great, go see it. You know One Piece, go see the movie.
Yeah.
It's not like that at all. Yeah, but Hanazuki, it's so great. My Life as a Zucchini, such a weird name,
But it's good.
so good.
Yeah. And then this movie about the Lunar Girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, well, that's a series.
All series. Okay. So, any quick projects you want to get out there?
What?
Any other projects you want to get out there real quick?
I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm so psyched that Gundam Unicorn is on television. Please watch it.
All right. Now finishing it up, is there any way fans can keep up with you online, and a wonderful message you want to get to all your wonderful fans that are out there watching?
Sleep. It's so good for your health, your mental health, your physical health, spiritual health, if you believe in that.
No, that's true. That's true.
Your Pokemon health, your computer health.
Yeah. You'd be up all night on it.
No, don't sleep. It's really important. Marathon your shows and then sleep. I have a Twitter account.
Yes.
It is msinter. And then I have an Instagram, which is what I should be using, but I will now because of you. It's MS Word.
Yeah.
MS Word. And I like photography, but I always was mad at Instagram because of it.
Because they wouldn't let you do that. You had to be
I
on the
couldn't do
phone.
this. And well, I could ultimately go on my computer. It's a big pain in the butt.
Exactly.
And it's got to be square. I know they fixed it. And you couldn't zoom. I know they fixed it. But for years it was like that. And I was like, come on, photos should be zoomed on. Anyway, but now I will use it. I'm on Miraculous Ladybug too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that show. Yeah, with Christina V.
Yes, she's the titular character,
Ladybug, yeah.
Miss Ladybug.
Yep.
And I just wanted to record something, and they had fan art of my character. And
Good or bad?
good, it was great.
Okay. None of the other type of fan art.
Oh, it wasn't like weird slash dojin. No, to be weird. Little Nathaniel, the illustrator. So all the kids get possessed and stuff, but he's the only one that like doesn't become really evil because he has a crush on a girl. He just wants to be closer to the girl he likes, so he doesn't do the evilest stuff. Even though his namesake is the illustrator. Isn't that clever? Illustrator.
Like Evil in He-Man.
Yeah.
I'm old.
That was good. Also, a good Joker laugh.
I'm not Richard.
No. You could be Mark Hamill, though. Are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not grizzled and old and ready to give up on life at some point whenever I do that role.
Are you Troy Baker?
I'm not Mr. Hollywood.
Are you Joe DiMaggio? John.
I can't tell you to. I can't tell you to.
Jesus Christ, John. I'm sorry, John.
I can't tell you to bite my shiny metal ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was my John DiMaggio. Who remembered my name long before he needed to. God bless you, John DiMaggio. And I just totally botched yours.
And by the way, we've also interviewed him.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Yeah, we've interviewed Jake the dog and Bender from Futurama. We've interviewed them.
Woo!
So, anything else you want to say to your fans before we sign on off?
Hi.
Thanks so much. This has been such a joy. I love you.
So, I'm serious about the sleep. Don't end up like me.